Oh, I hope everyone's having a good day today. Let me flick that off. I may get emotional on this one. I started going through some thoughts that came to me while I was driving of where I'm at in this moment. I don't know if that stopped or not. Yeah, I may get emotional for this one because I just wanted to share. I had a random person on Edmonton Buy or Sell. I have tons of friends who give readings in different ways and different mediums, and I have tons of friends like that, right? So I would never pay someone typically for a tarot card unless it's a friend of mine, because I support them. And yeah, so anyways, I reached out to a girl that was on Edmonton Buy and Sell. It was $45 for half an hour, and I thought, you know what, what's $45? I'll throw in. I don't really need anything right now, funny enough. And so anyways, I booked a session with her. And what came up was a lot of relationship, and it ended up coming up a lot about my father. And I'm like, no, I've healed, I thought I've healed everything. I was at peace with everything in my life and my past. And the cards that were coming up that she was reading off for me at tarot cards, she brought up, note, when you were 16 with your father, she sees me in the shell of a box covered up. And she brought me back to that time, and I started to get emotional, really emotional during this reading. It really started to connect with me emotionally, bringing me down on how I felt of sadness. And anytime we have triggers like that, anytime where we are shifting to anger or hate or sadness, it's because there's healing that needs to happen here. So she opened my eyes to seeing that, with my father, something that still bothers me. That's why I might get emotional on this one, because he could never say he was proud of me all of my life. He could never ever say he was proud of me, and it still makes me emotional feeling now, because there's a connection to it that I haven't healed yet. And the reason why I'm sharing on this today is this all happened right now of different realizations for me, and I wanted to share it with people because this is what I do. This is what I'm passionate about, is to teach and to show how to heal from experiences on how we feel. So, and again, I didn't try to rhyme with that one. So anyway, she connected me with that. And, so anyways, I carry this hurt and pain, even though I know, my father he wasn't raised in the way where he could have been better, right? Or experiences he went through as a child and growing up, it shapes and forms us. When every time we don't feel worthy or good enough, it lowers how we feel, and it stays a part of us until we heal it. Even to adulthood, we're still a child of a soul that's holding on to those feelings, even though their physical body has aged, but they're still the same within. They haven't aged within on their growth. So knowing that my father, he did the best he could, even now, being at peace with it, with understanding why he was the way he was, I have peace with it because I know it wasn't the truth of who he was. If he was healed and was taught to know how to be better, then he would have been, and it's not his fault. They didn't have healings back then like we do now, of spiritual healers that can do all these different amazing things we're growing into with energy. So as I was driving and her making me, go back to that time to feel those feelings, knowing, no, there's still some healing work I have to do. Not feeling that I could ever do anything where he could say he was proud. Even being jacked when I was 29, angry in the house, and I cried and I was in tears saying, why can't you just tell me you were proud of me? Not once have I heard that all throughout my life. And I've carried that of not feeling worthy or good enough from someone who, should be in a space to be able to give you love, but he just didn't have that for him. So driving, I'm listening to my guided meditation, the physical one. I've listened to probably, honestly, like 50 times now of listening to guided meditation. And sometimes I get filled up because of how proud I am. And even driving here, turning it up, listening to it, and that music that just really brings me into my own guided meditation, I started getting all filled up because of how proud I am of myself. And then I had the realization for myself that as good as me filling up in tears while I'm driving, listening to this, and then thinking, to make a live video and sharing about it, I realized that even though love comes from within us, and we don't have to look outward to find it, it's always within us. And I found it, a couple of years ago, of self-love and not needing it from anyone else. But feeling that sense of someone feeling proud for you, that was still a part of me, and I didn't realize it. So then driving and hearing my own voice in that guided meditation that I have done, and the music playing and being in this moment of this man of where I'm at now, I felt so proud of myself, and it made me fill up, and then it made me realize I didn't need it. I've never needed it even outward. It was for the human mind of thoughts of the ego. Needed to feel a part of it with your soul. But when you align fully with your soul and you can feel your own energy and you connect with the pureness of who you are, you end up realizing you're everything. And yeah, you know, you're proud of you. You have that feeling. You're proud of you. And it was a very powerful moment for me. And like I said, I share about my life to give back to those who are seeking to find out, how do I get rid of these feelings that I'm feeling? I'm tired of feeling this way. That's why I share about my life with all the different forms of abuse. I don't care about sharing about it or what they were, because I'm healed from it today, and I want to give back to people to not feel those feelings that will be triggered or brought up like it was for me with my tarot card reading the other day. But I'm grateful because it helped me to align to knowing I have to heal. Now I can elevate in my own life. Greater things start coming into my life. It's just how it works. It's energy, law of attraction, how you feel, the worthiness, and you find that pureness for yourself. Man, you start manifesting all these different things keep happening to my life, like you're on a speed train, is what happens when you keep doing the work with yourself, whatever it is. So anyways, it was really important when I was driving and I got filled up, and I thought, no, this is the first time I'm going to share, even being in an emotional state of going through what I just went through, and to be able to share live with me going through it was something I needed to do. So anyways, if you just hopped on at the end, you know, please go back. Hopefully I didn't make it too long, and I hope everyone has a great day.